All right, welcome back to the Wistys. It's been a rough week, rough couple of weeks.
Why?
The Packers suck.
I thought you were talking like Wisco-wise.
No, Wisco-wise. I mean, Wisconsin-wise, yeah, the Packers suck.
We have a surprise nug tasting today.
Do we?
No.
Okay.
We're not doing that again. Ross sent me so many videos of it. He goes, "This is killing me." He's like, "This is so great."
I know. It's funny.
That was bad. I was going to bring my jelly beans, the ones where like they taste like garbage or they taste like, but those are bad.
I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah, it's like the bean boozled or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. So,
regular season's over, Cole.
Yeah, it is.
I can't believe it. I feel like we just started.
Yeah,
it goes so fast.
This is a good time of the year, but it's bad because once this is done,
because literally it's like a month and then we're done.
Yeah, once we get to the Super Bowl, especially when it's my two teams that I like root for aren't in it, I don't give a shit.
Well, even the AFC Championship or the championship weekend, it's like there's 3 games left and then it's over. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, when you still have like this weekend, you have the college. You got Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Next weekend will be Saturday, Sunday, Monday for college. Like you still got a bunch of games.
Yeah, there's still 13,
but now, like,
13 games left.
Yeah, it was disappointing because we went to the Bear game and I didn't even get to like experience my last red zone day where it was like all those TVs rolling and stuff. So that kind of sucked. The Bear game sucked to be at, just in general. It was cold and we suck.
What about that fucking Bears? There's a Bears fan in front of us that every time they'd get a touchdown, or a first down, he'd stand up, okay, in front of everybody and go.
That would be, that would verbatim be Charlie Rodriguez. It would.
Looked mom right in the face and was like, "Did you see that?" Like turned full 180 back at us. And mom had her mittens on, not gloves, mittens, and she just went. And we thought that was funny because she's like, he doesn't know what I'm doing under him. Like, I think he can figure out what you're doing under there.
Yes, he can. Bears fans are annoying, and they stink.
They finally beat us.
Yeah, it had to come to an end eventually.
Yeah, but it's like that's how they shouldn't have.
At home,
Love got hurt, but he wasn't playing very well when he was in anyways. Yeah, he hasn't been playing well the last 2 weeks anyway.
We're even with injuries, we should have beat them.
Right.
The debauchery.
We still could have.
Who's the biggest reason we lost? Why? If you had to give one thing. I have one answer and one answer only. I think there's multiple, but I put it towards one thing.
LaFleur or like special teams?
Well, yeah. What do you think is the main reason?
I think coaching probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt sucks, man.
Yeah.
He is so...
I don't know about that, but he didn't. That wasn't a very good coach job, that game. Yeah.
No. Okay, just wait, because he is not championship coach material.
Oh,
he's
I don't
not
know about that.
You don't make dumbass like he's like, yeah, I called that timeout before the kick. I should have let the clock. Yeah,
right.
You don't just have debauchery like that. Like that's bad. He's got to learn from it. Also, when fucking Halfley goes Hail Mary defense on us and puts 3 guys in the back and we're in this way too deep coverage
when all they need is a fucking field goal.
Yeah, and they can still clock it because they're still like if there's 8 seconds left, then I'd be like, okay, I get it because they're not gonna have time. But they're
gonna throw a Hail Mary. Yeah,
Matt can go no.
Yeah, he's a first-year defensive coordinator. Like you're allowed as a 6 or 7 year tenured coach to be like, I'm in charge. I'm going to veto that.
It's just like the championship game against the Buccaneers when everyone's like, Mike Pettin's a fucking idiot. Brady hit that deep ball to Scotty Miller downside. I was like, yeah, Mike Pettin sucks. But guess fucking what? Matt LaFleur could have gone, no, I don't think so. And who picked Mike Pettin? Nobody, because he just let him on the staff, right?
Right.
So then who did Matt pick? Joe fucking Barry. Well, that doesn't look good. Yeah. Now, Halfley.
Well, they're friends or something.
Yeah, he was in like his. I think
Barry was.
Yeah, I think he was in his wedding or his there's a relation that's married to him or something.
No.
I'm not saying
nepotism.
I'm not saying Halfley stinks, by the way. But
okay,
I'm not saying he's great either. You can't play that defense, Halfley. But it's his first year. It's
He'll
not like he's
learn.
never called a defense before.
Right.
But Matt's got to step up.
He's got to be better.
Matt can't call
Both
that
of them have
timeout.
to be better.
Like Dad said, the play calling at the end. Hey, let's run it up the middle.
Yeah.
What? What? Like, have you seen the Xbox thing where it's Madden and it's like all the plays and it's like HB dive right up the gut.
Yeah.
And it never goes anywhere. And we don't even have Josh Jacobs. What are we doing?
Yeah. Was he hurt? Or
No,
did
that
they
was
just pull him?
that was a pulled plan. So like,
So your bet was
yeah,
for nothing.
what are we doing? No, he won though.
Oh, he got the 60?
No, he was the anytime touchdown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, buddy. I won my
Yeah.
money back. Then some. I won like $30 on that one. But it's just, I don't get it. And then, like you said, Rich Bisaccia, we just debauchery, just horrible against the Niners, right? So then we go, we got to get a better special teams coach. We got Rich. Rich is the highest paid in the league. I'm not asking for perfection every week. But when you fucking...
No, it's tough with special teams because you only have a big special teams thing happen like once in a blue moon.
And that's when you get
and it's like,
that's when
okay,
you're, fucked,
you're
right?
going to get scored on, or you're going to let one loose or whatever.
here's
But
my-
also you should score.
I was
and you
just
should
gonna
let
say,
one loose.
here's my fucking point though, is like kickoffs are useless now. So
Right.
Nixon, why he's like not returning punts, I don't get. Because Jaden Reed just fumbled. Jaden Reed, do you play for the Packers anymore? I forgot.
He
I don't even
fumbles
know.
or he just calls a fair catch when he still has 20 yards.
Wait till I play in Detroit. Yeah,
Yeah.
when you don't do a single thing. But Bisaccia isn't doing anything special either. You know what I mean? Like
He's way overpaid.
Yes.
He's average at best.
Like, to me, when I think of like great special teams, it's like, oh my God, the Chiefs had a big punt return from player and they did something special. The Bears, like, that was a good special teams call.
yeah.
Everyone run the other way.
Yeah.
We're gonna catch the ball.
When they did that, I'm like, that's a good play. I'm upset that we let it happen.
That
I'm like, you
makes
gotta
you
appreciate a good play.
up here, right?
Right.
What makes a great offensive coach, offensive play caller? Ben Johnson. When they do the little lateral thing, when they do the flip, you know what I mean? Just those cool creative things. That's the same for special teams.
Right.
It's the same for defense. A crazy blitz that no one sees coming. Lions game. They just blitzed the shit out of Minnesota.
Yeah.
They just blitzed them and blitzed them. Everyone's like, why would you? You got Jordan Addison, Hawkinson, Jefferson. You're not going to blitz.
Yeah,
why would you do that?
He
One-on-one,
can't- he's got to throw it fast.
He's like, it's
They won't
got
have time to
yeah,
get
he's
down.
like, I don't give a fuck. We're going.
Yeah.
And he just blitzed the shit out
They
of
won't
them.
have time to throw the ball to them.
Guess what? Sam Darnold looked like a scrub. Like,
Yeah.
that's so,
He
like,
got exposed.
those are moves. We play this like, ooh-choo-boo, I don't want to be ooh-choo-boo. That's Matt. He gets tight. That's our team. And we're soft, and home field advantage means nothing at Lambeau anymore.
Well, we don't have home field advantage, so you
Fucking
don't have to
nothing.
worry about that.
But exactly, because it doesn't mean shit. We aren't built to play in the cold. We're better to play in a dome, and our coach is a pussy compared to the other ones, so we can't play in the cold. If Dan Campbell was our coach, we would have home field advantage.
I believe that.
Right?
I agree. Yeah.
Because he'd be like, oh, you want to come to Green Bay? We're going to fuck you in the cold. We're going to
Yeah.
fuck you in the rain. We're going to fuck you. Like, he wouldn't give a shit. Matt's like, yeah, guys, let's fucking do it. You know,
Yeah.
Those guys are angry in the locker room. Yeah, oh, God. It just pisses me off. And that's what happens when you lose to the fucking Bears, man.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Pathetic. Not the way you want to end a regular season. Losing two.
Falling ass backwards into it.
Right. Like, there was a time before the Minnesota game where I was like, if we go in there and we beat them,
We're five seed. No one wants to
beat
fuck with
the
us.
Bears if we just beat the Vikings. Like, we're on a 2-game win streak. That's a great
Or
way to
4 seed.
enter.
Yeah.
Or even more. Yeah, 4-game win streak. Great way to
6
enter
seeds,
the playoffs.
Like
or
last
whatever.
year, we
And then
were on a
just
streak.
Absolutely none of that happened.
Yeah, this is not what you want at
No.
all.
And I saw a video of Jordan, and he's like, yeah, I mean, I like how he answered the question. Like, yeah, it's different than last year. Obviously, we would
It's
like
not
to
gonna
go
be
in
the
with
same every
momentum,
year,
but yeah, I mean, we'll see.
I don't have.
What are the? We'll get to it, but I'm just curious right now. What are the odds for that game, or who's favored?
3.5 last time I looked, but it's all up in the air now because Love's like hoping I'll play because we're playing the like, oh, you got to prepare for both quarterbacks because God knows he's not going to play. And then Hurts are like,
Hoping I'll
He's-
play, and I just got a fucking stinger in my elbow.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't feel my hand.
they're like, and then Hurts are like, yeah, we're thinking he might. It's like he's been off 3 fucking weeks. Like if he can't play, he shouldn't play for the rest of the year for a concussion. So like they're playing that dumbass game too.
Yeah.
But we got to go through a couple things. So I want to go through. That fucking rat. I want to go through
what you get for coming here with
the non-playoff stuff first.
Okay, we'll do that.
So we're gonna do non-playoff teams, and I just want to quick what to do next, and it's gonna highlight coaching changes too.
Yeah,
because there's
fire
a
head coach,
bunch of coaches change.
Yeah.
So when we look at not get off my fucking leg, I swear to God, if you look at the non-playoff teams in the NFC, the Giants kept it all, kept the coach, kept the GM. They need to just get a new quarterback, pretty much. That's what I'm thinking.
And we know where these guys are picking right now too, huh?
Yeah. So I don't know if they're right or wrong with staying with Dayball and them, but
yeah, I
don't mind not just constantly churning out coaches. You just chime in if you ever think of anything. So Saints they fired their coach mid-season. They got to get away from Derek Carr, and they got to actually like high draft pick a quarterback.
Yeah. When do they pick?
They're 5-12, so they're
like
I think they're
10.
probably like 10, right? Around that middle range. The other thing is the quarterback class isn't that great this year.
Yeah, I mean Shadur is the best one,
and Cam Ward, from Miami.
Shadur that good?
Panthers build on your momentum.
I think they definitely had a turnaround after they benched him.
Yeah, they didn't win a lot of games, but they were in a lot of games.
And they scored.
That's like Lions
Chuba.
Shit. Chubba Hubba.
He's
She's like trying to drink out of your whiskey thing there. She literally like hit the thing down.
Is he on? He's pretty young, right, Chuba?
Yeah, he's not too. He's like middle aged, 25, something like that.
Okay, so he's probably not due for a contract yet, so you can still use him for a little bit. Yeah, I think they're on the right track. You still need some pieces, but
yeah, young coach, keep it going. Bears obviously fired Eberflus. I don't know who they're talking like the most like head coaching candidates.
Someone said McCarthy.
Yeah, honestly though.
Okay,
honestly though, Mason, I would take McCarthy. Really? If it was. So these are the people, because Chuck sent this. He goes, I'm going to circle everyone I like. He goes, or else I'm putting bricks on my ankles and I'm jumping into the river. And I said, okay. Pete Carroll's on the list.
Yeah.
Pass. I'm sorry.
Is he an offensive guy or defensive?
Defensive.
Right. So why do
we want that? He's a culture setter.
Right.
So like they might win, but like you're going to
gotta
stunt
hit a home run on
the his offenses are like run the ball to middle, run the ball to middle, moon ball down the left side. Yeah. It's like
you got to just kill it. You got to hit a home run with the offensive coordinator.
Both Detroit guys.
No, we're not doing this.
Okay. Both Detroit guys, so Ben Johnson and Glenn. Obviously, I think Ben Johnson would be good.
The offensive coordinator. Yep. Yeah.
Then they got some other people like Flores from Minnesota, which is interesting.
Defense, yeah.
They said Arthur Smith from the Steelers, the old Atlanta coach. I was like, you want to lose?
The guy who didn't know how to use Bijan
and Pitts, yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
Mike Vrabel, but I mean, we can jump.
I feel like Vrabel's going to go to fucking
New England. I mean, that's a quick jump, but yeah. So like, I don't know who they're going to pick if they don't get some of those top guys, but they gotta line it. And they're on that like new coach, then new GM next year. They're on the same path, so they got to figure it out. Stick with Caleb though. Niners fired their D coordinator. I think there's just a pure injury thing. Do not pay Brock Purdy top dollar either.
No.
I wouldn't pay him at all this year. I'd let him ride into his last year.
Right. And if he wants to sit out, be like, dude, you're fucking 5'8".
So Cowboys denied Mike McCarthy interview for Chicago. Are you extending Mike McCarthy?
As the Cowboys?
Yeah.
No.
Who are you going after then?
I don't know.
Well, that doesn't help. Mason's just going to say, no, you suck, but I'm not going to provide.
I don't know
You're
enough
the worst employee
about
ever.
Shit. I don't know about that.
It all sucks, Cole. Okay.
Hey, I've fired employees not knowing who's going to replace them.
Well, yeah, but
But that's a different thing.
That's a completely different. I'm talking about not providing an answer to a solution when you complain about the current solution.
Yeah, and I'm telling you that I don't have. You asked me a question, I answered it. I don't know how to. I don't know how to.
Cardinals. I don't know what to do with that team. I feel like they're always going to be middle of the pack.
Yeah, that's weird. It's tough because like you picked the best quarterback in that draft.
Yeah,
I think right. And then you pick the best receiver apparently in that draft, and he's probably not.
Oh, funny how
I don't know
Sims
what else
just
you can do.
caught slack on that. I was like, oh, Marvin Harrison, he's just a hater. Was Neighbors better this year?
Yeah.
Was Brian Thomas Jr. better this year?
I don't know who that is.
He's top 5 in receiving yards, so I would say so.
Oh, from Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with who thrown to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Paige had him on his fantasy team. I was like, pick him. He might be good.
Yeah. Where'd he go to school?
LSU with Neighbors and Jaden Daniels.
Damn.
Yeah. Falcons, stay the course with Penix.
I mean,
I
looks
think he just
decent.
need more reps.
What do you do with Kurt? Just say fuck
Cut
it.
that bitch in the spring.
Yeah, just say
And eat that
sorry.
dead cap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do what we're doing. Seahawks, I just don't think Geno's the answer, but I don't know what else you're going to do. So I think they're 10-7. Just keep riding and being relevant.
Average.
Yeah.
That sucks because like you either have to blow it up or trade for like a quarterback.
Yeah, and they just got a new head coach. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Geno's got his deal, though, is coming up. So, like, if he wants a lot of money, I'm going for someone
So Pete
younger.
Carroll got fired?
Last year. You're on this podcast? No one's going
When?
to. Our credibility is just gone.
You're the guru. I'm just here for comedic.
McDonald's been their coach all season. He was the Ravens D coordinator.
Yeah. Okay.
Pete Carroll's gone.
Where is he with anybody right now?
He's technically in an advisory role. This is what they do
He's
with
still
all their
with them.
coaches.
Yeah.
Like the Bucks coach that won the Super Bowl, they put him in Arians. They put him in advisory roles, so they don't fire him, but they still pay him.
I knew that. I just forgot.
Titans, you need to just pick a quarterback, and they stuck with the head coach, not the GM. Interesting,
but they have the first pick.
Correct. So
just do you get Shador
or Cam Ward? I don't know who. I don't know. I don't
like either one. I mean, maybe
or Will Levis. Like,
well, you definitely draft.
You got to
somebody.
swing.
No, I'm saying I don't know which one between Shador and Ward. You have to draft somebody.
Yes, you have to.
Maybe Ward because he just has. He's bigger. I feel like, and he was a Heisman candidate. The other
Browns, you got to get a quarterback too. They're horrible and just fucking do until you can get the Deshaun contract off.
The what?
Deshaun. I said Deshaun. Deshaun contract off. You got to get a quarterback. Yeah. Raiders, you got to get a quarterback. They fired, what's his nuts? Stop firing coaches. Like, fucking stop. I mean,
have you seen the owner? Does he look like he knows what he's doing?
The old owner did, but not this one. Patriots.
Dude has a barber and still looks like that.
I think it's bullshit firing Gerard Mayo. I don't think it's a race thing. I'm so sick of this garbage, especially with the MVP crap. Like, we'll get into that, but like, stop. Like, stop with that. Oh, it's because he's black. We only white. It's White Monday. I'm like, stop. Like, really? Doug Peterson got fired too. He might be white. Yeah. Oh, like Jesus.
It's only racist if it happens to certain races.
Yeah, white people don't get fired ever, right? I don't think he had a fair shake though. Your team sucked.
Yeah.
What did you expect him to do this year?
Right. And he's going to go to the Super Bowl in 1 year?
I think
it's like, what do you expect from him?
Was
you need to see like marks hit on your way to getting better?
I think so. Like
Drake May looked pretty good.
Was he?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I heard.
I think the biggest issue is they had him as in his contract, like when Belichick leaves, you're the guy.
Yeah.
But he's a new head coach who's never seen anywhere other than New England. So he either has to do everything he's seen as a player or try to do the opposite. Like, he has no other, like, you don't know what
else happens.
And then I read today that he hired all new position people that are all first timers. So like Van Pelt used to be on the Packers, right? As a quarterback coach, he was like the offensive coordinator. First time. So like everyone, it was the blind leading the blind.
Yeah,
there.
that doesn't make sense.
You know what I mean?
Well, wouldn't Kraft be like, no?
I think the biggest issue, and we'll jump to this team real quick.
You didn't want to seem racist.
No, Kraft doesn't give a shit. He's getting handies from Asians. Like,
he loves all races.
Yeah. I think because the Jets requested to interview Vrabel. they were like, "Oh fuck no!" Like if that guy
Yeah, he
goes there,
can't be
we
in our
can't
division.
have that.
Yeah.
Because I think they wanted him last year because they didn't
Plus,
think he would
he's
get
white.
Yes, and we don't need that. But I don't think they.
It's a joke, people. Relax.
I didn't think
Alexa.
that they would believe he'd get fired in the first place.
Yeah.
So they kind of put themselves in this corner and like, oh fuck, Vrabel's out there. Oh my god, he didn't get hired. Oh my god, we could get him this year. Oh, the Jets want him. Oh Jesus,
Yeah.
And the Jets need someone like that. Rex Ryan, that's the dumbest. I hope they hire him because then the dysfunction's gonna last forever.
Then we can see those glowing veneers.
What do you do with Aaron? Yeah.
from the fucking
What do you do
from
with-
our TV comfortably on our couch
What do you
all the
do
way
with
into
Aaron,
that
though?
stadium? I mean, I don't think you bring him back.
I don't. I think a team's gonna pick him up though if he wants to play. I do. I
Yeah.
could see like the Raiders being like, "Hey, play for us. You live out."
Oh, absolutely.
Or like,
and then Devontae would be like, "Yeah, I'll go."
I think it'd be really interesting if like the Niners were like Brock Purdy's like, "I want a contract," and he'd be like, "I'll play for you," and then he went and played for the Niners. You know what I mean? Like, get some
that'd be like
drama.
full circle.
Yeah, like really
you guys
go.
passed on me. Now
Or-
this is your chance to make up for
Or
it.
let's really go full circle. Like someone signs
Vikings?
Sam Darnold,
Yeah.
and KOC's like, "Man, we need somebody." You just JJ McCarthy looks
can-
like he's 10 still.
and
Like
you'll sit for one more year, while you're healthy.
Aaron.
Yeah,
I could
stay
see it.
healthy for
I
one year.
could.
Learn from
Get your-
Sam, and then
get
you learn
your
from Aaron. Get
oh
ready.
God, I'm gonna cry if that happens.
Yeah, I feel like Aaron already doesn't like that he went to the Jets just like Brett did, so he's gonna try to do something different because
We'll see.
everyone's thinking that he's just following Brett.
It's setting up though. Jags, you gotta. I don't know. Did you hear oh my God, the owner's nuts. They're on a Zoom call with the GM, and they're like
Naked?
Yeah, they're on it.
Call had a
No.
had a naked Zoom call.
No.
He was naked on it.
No. It's a joke, Alexa. They're on a Zoom call and they ask the owner, like, what if the coach comes in and goes like, "Hey, I don't like, the direction of the team or like the staff we got." And he goes, they're like, "What are you going to say?" And he's like, "Well, I'd ask him what he would do different, and like what would be different that the GM would do. And if I like it, then yeah, we'll make a change." The GM's still hired. The GM's sitting on the call. If I'm the GM, I'm like, what the hell? So like, am I just like fish bait? Like, that's wild to me.
Right.
Their dysfunction. I don't know what to tell you about that team because you have Trevor Lawrence. So
Yeah,
you should
is
figure
he
it
the
out.
answer?
I don't know.
Some people don't think so.
Okay, 3 more. We got to keep rolling here. Dolphins. Tyreek wants out.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, he's sick of Tua already. I don't think Tua's the answer.
He said Tua threw a better deep ball.
Yeah, because he's trying to gas him up. I don't think the coach is the answer either, even though it was his first year out of the playoffs. But you're screwed with Tua. I think they got to ride that contract out. They made their bed.
Yeah.
Colts, you got to play Richardson. Like, just play the guy. I heard he's not showing up on time and stuff, but play the guy. See what you got. Move on. They fired their D coordinator. And then the Bengals, if you don't pay Chase, you're going to pay him $70 million next year because it's just going to keep going up because he's just slamming his dick on the floor every time he plays. So, like, you got to pay him. And they got to do their best to get T, but it's not going to happen. Come to the Packers, T. Higgins, please.
Do you think that can actually happen?
Us?
Yeah.
We've been linked to him last year.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
Because we're always in the action.
Yeah, and we
don't
never
anything.
do.
Because our team sucks. Shout out Christian Watson, ACL, that sucks. He literally is the key to our offense by just running. Right?
Just the threat
of him
is enough.
Makes things better.
That sucks.
MVS
I feel bad
and
for him,
steroids.
but
I do
at
too,
the same time,
'cause
it's like...
he can't control it. He can't control that his one leg had more, whatever percentage they found
More
in the other
muscle in
leg.
it?
Yeah, he can't control that. He seems like a nice dude, too. All because Dobbs was sick. He's probably like, I got to play. And then fucking Dobbs. That clown.
Dobbs like, how cold's it going to be?
And then Jaden Reed's
I'm
like,
sick, coach.
I have to just run laps today, coach?
Yeah.
What are we doing? 100 meters each?
I have to just
night?
fumble the 2 times I touch the ball.
I like Reed, too, but he's just pissing me off. So, Bengals got to figure it out, though. They fired their D coordinator. I like their D coordinator.
Yeah, but he sucked this year. Their D sucked.
Did he suck or did their players suck, Mason?
Or both.
Because they always lock up the Chiefs. I would have him come to our staff. I think Salah's going to get a job if he wants to be a D
Doesn't he work for us?
I think he's just like...
I don't get that, though. How does that work? Is he getting paid?
Sure. I could go into a company and I'm just like a... what's it called? That's like literally a line of work. Or you...
Consultant?
Consulting, yeah. That's literally like... I was just watching New Girl. He's like, so you just like get paid to like tell people what they're doing wrong and then leave? Like what? Like
don't fix the problem, just tell them how to.
How to do it, and then doesn't even have to work. And you
just show up at a dental office and be like, yeah, you should do this and that, and maybe try doing this. Now give me some money.
Okay. Next. Quick current playoff teams. We got a lot to go over today, so we got to roll. What is considered a success for each playoff team now that they're in the playoffs?
Well, according to Cole, it's always a Super Bowl.
Correct for me, but that's not what everyone thinks. Chiefs.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Bills.
No, a win. Sorry, not get to it.
Yeah, a win. Bills.
For the Bills, I'd say you have to at least get to the Super Bowl.
I would agree. Get over the Mahomes hump.
Yes, get to the Super Bowl.
Ravens. I think it's the same.
Saying
get to the Super Bowl. And they're going to maybe end up playing each other. Texans.
Championship.
Yeah,
get
next step because they went to divisional. Chargers. I would say win a round because this is dysfunction for this team.
Yeah.
They blew it last time with what's his face against Lawrence.
The NFL playoffs are weird though because if you have a bye, you win one game and you're automatically in the championship game.
Why do you think Brady? Everyone's like, oh, he's got 14 appearances. It's like, well, yeah, he got the bye, but he's
only played 12.
Yeah. And then they're like, he's 40-12, and I'm like, well, when you go to 10 Super Bowls, then you only have to win 2 games to get to the Super Bowl.
Right. That's not that impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to win those 2 games when you're playing certain teams.
Sure,
but that's what
still
Mahomes is doing.
Them. Yeah, I get that, but
at home all the time.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Sure.
So I still think it's 1. Steelers, Broncos. Broncos, I think just being here is impressive.
Right.
It's a win.
If they can win a game, that would be awesome.
Steelers, I think you need to win a game because you've just consistently been here and you just don't do anything.
I think it's worth... We always talk about how great Tomlin is, but I think it's worth saying, like, is he that good?
Yeah, you did stuff early on, but you haven't, like, gone anywhere since.
Dude hasn't won a Super Bowl in 16 years.
Yeah, he's been to a championship game like once in the last 10.
So if mediocrity is what you're looking for, then I guess he's doing great.
Slightly above. Yeah. I think they got to win a game or 2. Packers,
and they won't. I mean, after this year, seeing what we've done this year, win a game. But after last year, I would say NFC Championship.
I think it's championship. It's the same as Stroud. If you don't show up to that round, you're not worth it.
Right.
I mean, it's not going to happen. But Commanders, I think just being here.
Awesome.
Vikings. Honestly, I think just
being here. No one expected you to be
because I think Rams. I think you gotta win.
You have to beat the first
round
game.
For sure.
First win, yeah.
As a success, and then anything else, you kind of house money. Bucks. I'd say a round again because they lost to the Lions last year in the divisional round. So at least a round.
Yeah. They're another team that just can't get over the hump.
Mm-hmm. Eagles.
NFC Championship.
I think you have to win the Super Bowl.
What?
Yes.
Why?
They're just there 2 years ago. And the only reason they didn't win was X, Y, or Z, whatever you want to call it. But they have the best roster in the league, arguably. What's your excuse?
And they only have a 3.5 favorite against us?
Now's the time. Lions.
They only have a 3.5 point favorite?
I got to check. It's 4.5 now, but yeah.
Okay. You're home. That's a really 1.5.
Yes.
That's nothing.
I know. Lions,
you got to get to the Super Bowl.
Get to the Super Bowl, I think.
You don't have to win it, but you got to get there.
Yeah.
Have they been to a Super Bowl before?
I think so, but they've never won one.
Sanders, maybe?
No.
He never got there?
No. He played like
I know he
he
never
played like
won.
8 years. Okay, good on that. I don't think we're gonna do all pro defense this week. I was gonna do that, but we'll do it next week.
Yeah, we got some time with the playoffs.
We gotta talk about the FS1 stuff. Have you seen this?
Oh, with like Skip Bayless.
And Joy Taylor.
Yeah, I read up on it. I'm not on Instagram, so I'm getting everything like so much later. Just like whatever.
This is crazy.
Like, is it true? Did it? I mean,
Well, it's all
allegations.
allegations.
She said, right at
in
this
a,
point.
in a
But
lawsuit.
I know. I'm not
Did
a
you
big
see
fan
the
of
guys?
Skip
Did you see the
Skip Bayless? I'm
So
sorry.
like
Well,
he was
Bayless.
like this is all we're doing a little like asterisk here. All allegedly in
Right.
this lawsuit. Don't come at me for fucking suing me for defamation or slander or any of
Right.
this shit. This is all allegedly.
Allegedly. Make sure you have your
Allegedly.
language correct. here.
Allegedly. Skip Bayless said, "I'll pay you a
$1.5
million
million.
and a half. Give me that."
Do we even know?
Good.
This is just like a makeup girl, right?
Yeah, there's a picture of her out there. She put her name out on it too.
Okay.
So he said, yeah. And then she talked about several times about how Joy Taylor was having sex with Emmanuel Acho and potentially Shannon Sharp and then potentially some producer, some white guy.
Was
Have
she
you
on the video that got leaked?
That's what some guy said. What's her middle name? I was like, no way. Did you see the white guy
Wait,
though?
middle
That
name?
she's
I don't know what that means.
well, like
When
maybe that's
Shannon
what she
Sharp
goes by.
had his phone on Instagram Live when he was clapping cheeks.
This is the other guy.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's the other guy. Apparently, she slept with some producer.
Oh, to like go up the ranks.
Yep. I wouldn't
When
be
her brother was like a pro football player,
Oh, he's a Hall of Famer.
he still had to sleep with guys. Allegedly had to sleep with guys to get up
I
the
guess.
ranks. I mean,
Well, the Colin. Have you seen the?
I'm not a fan of either one, and I'm not saying any of this happened. It's all alleged, but I'm not a fan of either one. So I really don't fucking care.
No, I think it's just funny because like they act all high and mighty.
And she talks like she knows shit. When
There's
she doesn't.
nothing
She's
against-
annoying as fuck.
there's
and
nothing
Skip
against-
Bayless is even
I
worse.
know that's what makes happy, really. But there's
Oh,
nothing
God.
against Cowherd, which I was like,
That's good.
for him. But there is a
We
clip
don't like
of
him
him saying, "Those titties." Oh, I mean those cities. And she's like, you know how they did like the news with her? There's a clip of him doing that, and it's going viral.
No way.
Yeah, I gotta look it up. It's fantastic.
Like
And then-
recently?
No, like back when she worked with him.
Oh, okay.
So that's
So
hilarious.
how did that get past the fucking firewall? No one knew about that.
All, like Acho
I mean,
deleted videos that he put out.
You have a misstep, I get it, but I mean the freaking girl on NBA TV said the N-word accidentally. Remember that? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You've seen that video?
Yes.
I mean, she's like,
Chris
I did not mean
Broussard
to
said
say that.
retard, and nothing. No one even said anything. He goes, "Well, my nephew's my nephew's a gumper," and like. But have you you know Whitlock? Do you remember Whitlock?
Oh, Jason Whitlock? Yeah, he is.
Who effing cares if they
He goes. He's like that peanut butter skin and that rack. I knew I had to get out of there. He's wild
Jesus.
talking about her.
He's saying like she's too hot. I have to leave, or else
Damian
I will, like,
Lillard
do something.
reposted this. Damian Lillard.
Uh-oh. Or did he say something like this guy's pathetic?
Jason Whitlock's was talking about this because he and Marcellus Wiley left because they were getting pushed out, and that's their whole thing, right?
Yeah, and Wiley is annoying. too.
He said this, "I know what I'm capable of. That peanut butter skin, that big rack of hers." And she constantly
He tweeted
showed
that?
off. He said it in a video.
Oh, my
And then Damian
God.
Lillard, someone posted like Jason Whitlock just said this, and Damian Lillard goes, "What in the world?" And now everyone's talking about Taylor
He said
Rooks
that like
too.
on
He said that on
air.
his show, Mason. Like he has his own show, and he said that like
on what network? Who's doing this?
some whatever he has.
It's probably like Truth Social.
But
or
people
some
are talking
shit.
about like Taylor Rooks because like they're like, man, like you know who that is?
Rooks.
She's the one that does the Amazon Prime Video Thursday nights, and she does all the interviews with the NBA guys. And they're like, man, we can't wait till the Taylor
that
Rooks.
tall white girl,
No, complete opposite.
short black girl.
Yes.
Oh, is it the girl who's doing the sitting down with Jaylen Brown like 5
He's
years
like,
from now?
championships.
That girl.
Yeah, that girl.
Okay.
She gets all these guys to say all these out of pocket things. Everyone's like, wait for the Taylor.
Yeah,
Rooks
because
leads
she's
to
like a
come up.
good-looking girl. She's very in shape.
Yeah,
wears
and
tight dresses, stuff like that. Yeah,
it's the Joy Taylor thing. So like, it's just kind of funny to me, I guess. But it's absolutely wild. I thought I saved it. We got to find the.
I feel bad for girls in media because you don't want to. I mean, no one wants to look at an ugly girl on TV. No one wants to look at an ugly person on TV, boy
Correct.
or girl, male or female. So like the really good looking girls and like sideline reporters and like hosts and shit like that. People, it sucks because it's like if they're actually good at their job, they're always gonna have that.
They're gonna
like,
get sexualized,
right? And they're always gonna be like, "Oh, you're just here because you're pretty." Or
guys
whatever.
flashing them in the locker room.
Oh, I can
like,
only imagine. It
So like,
sucks.
yeah, we don't want that, right?
No.
But this is.
I can't imagine.
We went on. I mean, two cities.
Two titties. Two cities.
He's
Excuse
like,
me.
God, that peanut butter skin and that rack. It's crazy. It just cracks me up. It was and then like the other thing that
It's like, hey, Dick. I mean, Cole. I Cole. How we doing?
could you imagine on a live Zoom call?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
We don't need any more
Yeah.
nudity on Zoom.
So like I don't know. I just had to bring that up because when everyone's talking about that.
Yeah,
now.
I mean that's wild. I'm not a fan of Skip. I think he's annoying, and so I wouldn't be like.
No, I guess the other chick.
I don't like wish anything on anybody.
No, I
but
don't
if it's
know him
true,
personally.
fuck that guy.
That doesn't surprise me.
It wouldn't
I
surprise
heard
me.
that-
I feel bad for
I
her
think
and
name,
fuck
is
him.
her name Jenny Taft? That just sounds familiar to me. Whoever took over for Joy on that show, Skip and Shannon.
the white girl?
The white girl.
Yeah.
I guess he alluded to her sleeping with Shannon.
Who did? Colin?
Skip.
Skip?
And she was married. So like she went up to the bosses and was like, fuck this guy. Like he did that on live television. Like he's just saying some out of pocket shit like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, he's
What's up with you and out of pocket?
I don't know.
You said that like
Just
three
today,
times.
Did I?
That's out of pocket, dude.
Yeah, that out of pocket for you to say that. On to predictions. Well, predictions and season. So the season's over. Mason has a 1-up lead on me before we go to picks. 'Cause the fraud Vikings, by the way, fraud. They've beaten nobody.
And who did?
I picked the Vikings. You picked the Lions. That's a one-game
Yeah.
separator. We're continuing into the playoffs. Vikings are frauds. They've beaten nobody except the Packers.
Might
and
as well
the
be the
Packers
Packs.
haven't beaten anybody.
Packs even more of a fraud
Yeah, we're the
because we've
definite-
beaten
yes.
nobody times 2.
So just got to put that out. Mason's 1-up. I went through our preseason predictions, so we need to like take the L's if we want to put it that way on what has happened this year.
Yeah, that's
Mason's AFC was the Bengals. We're going 1-7. Bengals, Chiefs, Bills, Houston, Baltimore, Cleveland, Jets. So
I whiffed on 3.
you got absolutely demolished with the Bengals,
Yeah.
and then Cleveland. I don't fucking know where that's coming from.
They were favored.
You had Bengals Chiefs in the championship game. Bengals winning it all in the Super Bowl, or not? No, Bengals
Losing.
beating the Chiefs into the Super Bowl.
Mine was so bad.
I had Texans, Chiefs, Bills, Bengals, Jets, Ravens, Denver.
You had Texans number 1.
Yes,
Why?
I had Stroud as MVP.
Oh God.
I had Chiefs in the Super Bowl against the Texans in the AFC Championship game.
Who were the other ones? Sorry,
Chiefs, Bills, Bengals, Jets, Ravens, Denver. So I got
Chiefs,
Denver
Bills,
spot on.
Bengals.
Thank you very much. Whiff on the
Yeah,
Jets.
you believed in Bo Nix and Tits McVeigh. Or not McVeigh.
One quote by me for NFC. I said, easy last. Vikings are going to suck this year. Yeah, that hurt. My NFC, Lions, Rams, Eagles, Falcons, Packers, Niners, Bears. Ugh.
Yeah, you had the Bears making the playoffs.
Bears, Niners, Falcons, all did not. That was tough. Yours was Lions, Rams, Dallas, Tampa, Packers, Niners, Philly at 7.
I had Philly sneaking in. So I only missed
2.
2.
Yep.
Just wrong.
Your MVP of the season was Pat Mahomes. Mine was Stroud. Both had Caleb Williams. both had Caleb Williams as Rookie of the Year. For coach, you had D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah,
I had Sean Payton, which he could with Bo Nix.
I mean,
right?
he's got an argument more than my guy.
Your offensive player of the year was Tyreek Hill. Mine, Jahmyr Gibbs, who honestly looks great.
He does, yeah.
So, thank you to me. I had Hutchinson as my defensive, and he was on the path.
Yeah.
You're a Cowboy lover. You had the Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Mason's high on the Cowboys for some reason. You picked them all year too.
Yeah, I
know
did.
It's a secret love. So not too bad. When we look at our overall records,
I want to be
way,
a Cowboy.
for straight up games, 171 and 86 on the season. I was 170 and 87.
That's
Obviously
not bad.
So if you would have bet every single game by itself, you would have almost over a 2-1 or close to a 2-1 for games. So just start betting every game, and you're going to eventually win money.
What the hell?
Yes. So figure it out.
You guys should just listen to us.
I don't know about that, but yeah. Interesting. And I like to look back. It was tough to listen to that too, really bad.
Yeah, just like, oh my God, you
Next,
idiot.
next,
the takes.
So we know my MVP. Who's your MVP of the season?
So it's between Josh and Lamar. I'll go Lamar.
Why?
Just because of stats.
What stats?
Total stats. Better.
His passing's better?
Yeah.
Throwing?
Yeah.
Rushing?
Yeah.
Rush touchdowns?
No.
Interceptions?
Yeah.
Overall turnovers?
I don't know.
I think this is just an interesting thing to put out there. The stats aren't as far out as you think.
Yeah, but I think he has better stats, right?
Lamar has more turnovers this year.
Like fumbles.
Yeah. I don't know why. Everyone just puts up the graphic.
Interceptions.
4 interceptions.
Yeah.
But
He's
he
fumbled 20 times.
If we're going to put up the total touchdowns and the rushing yards, then we also have to put up the fumbles lost. Not just fumbles lost.
Yeah.
He has 6.
Damn.
Yeah. So he has
it's
10
10
turnovers. And I think Josh has 1 or 2. And he's at 8 or 9.
So slightly better
So
turnovers.
slightly better there. So when we're just going to start comparing that.
I would just say that's a wash then.
And I think Pro Bowl's stupid, but Lamar's got 9, I think, on his team. Or 8.
9 Pro Bowlers?
Yeah. And Josh has 2.
Yeah, I mean, who do I think deserves it or who do I think is going to win it?
Well, yeah, answer both.
I think Lamar will probably win it. Actually, I don't know. I think it's honestly a toss-up.
Because you're a racist and you think black people are going to
No, you have a hair sticking out
Just
of
leave
you
it.
see that?
Your page.
No,
Stop.
it's literally like a long, Luna hair.
Oh.
You think I'm going to grab one of your fucking
Paige
whiskers?
just grabs my shit and she's
I
like,
don't
it's
care.
out.
I don't care about your whiskers.
So who do you think's going to win?
Who do I think is going to win or who do I want to win?
Both.
I want Josh to win.
Why? Because you think he
Because I
deserves
like
it?
Josh and I want him to win.
Okay. And then who do you
And
think?
Lamar's won twice already. I could see Lamar winning.
You think he will win?
I don't know. I think it's a toss-up. I think it's 50-50.
Can we put our name on a name?
Why?
Stamp.
Are we betting on it?
No, I'm just.
I'll say Lamar.
Okay.
I don't think either. If you say either one
there's a
won, I'll
case
be
for
like,
either one.
that makes sense.
I would agree. Next up, playoff rooting rankings. Who I am rooting for and who you should root for
Okay.
if you're watching the playoffs this year. I'm doing this by conference because I think, why would I root for an AFC team over an NFC team when they're right now you play each other? Last in the AFC is the fucking Chiefs. If you root for that team, strap those bricks on those ankles.
Go play in traffic.
My second, I don't really hate every other team in here. I'll just say this to Mark. It's clear last, Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need the Steelers to win.
Yeah.
Don't really care about that, so I'm going to put them second to last. I don't really find the Broncos fun. I'm not a big tits guy, so I'm not going to go with Sean. So I'll say they're third to last.
Big guy tits guy.
So we got 4 left. Again, not the biggest Stroud fan or like against him. I don't care.
Yeah.
So they would be
There's just no way it's going to happen.
correct.
I wouldn't mind the Chargers.
I got the Chargers at 3 because Harbaugh kind of rubs me the wrong way. Like he just I want them to do well.
But the
'cause
other
I like
Harbaugh
I like
is-
Herbert.
Yeah.
And then I got the other Harbaugh at 2 because Lamar, they're still fun to watch, right?
Yeah.
And then I got the Bills at 1 because
Yeah.
I like Josh, and that city and that franchise needs a Super Bowl.
Yeah. I
NFC.
agree. I can agree with all of that. Obviously, the Packers.
We'll start from top. Packers, number 1.
Right. And it's not going to happen. So, number 2.
Correct. Number 2, this was tough for me. I'm not going to lie because I hate a lot of teams on this side. I don't mind the Commanders, so I'll root for the Commanders as my 2, but it's not realistic that they're going to get there. I don't mind Jaden
You got them
Daniels.
at 2 already.
Yeah, but I got them at 2. I don't mind the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
He's kind of a prick.
Yeah.
Shout out Chuck. But
Chuck.
I'll put him at 3.
Wow. Okay.
The Rams, I'm going to put at 4, and it's only because I don't like the other teams. They would be lower. I'm not a Stafford. He watched that girl just fall off the parade.
Just didn't care.
He just walked away.
Ever since he went Hollywood, it's really just
Yeah, and
those fake teeth. And
McVay, like, I have the Lions
above the Vikings.
next, so they'd be my 3rd worst. They're starting to piss me off.
Yeah, Amon-Ra St. Brown is
Really
maybe
annoying.
single-handedly ruined that team
Correct.
for me.
I don't like
He's
them in
such
that
a
regard.
fucking
But if it
douche.
was Lions Chiefs, I'm just putting that out there. I'm rooting for the Lions, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that's the
They're
hate difference.
seriously not even. We've been so much better than them for so long.
I
It's
saw-
almost not even a rivalry. It's the only reason they're a rivalry is because they're in our division.
There was a T-shirt a girl had on in the game, and it was like the good, and then it was a G, and it was the bad, and then it was a Viking like logo, and then it was the ugly, and it was the Bears, and then on the back, like right over here, it was like we don't know, and then it was just the Lions because it was like who the hell is this team?
Yeah.
because they haven't been relevant.
so
I
the
would still
only
root for them.
you can't take recency bias into this,
Correct.
right? Because it's like
Just for
literally our entire
they've
life
sucked.
they have been irrelevant.
Correct. So I'm not gonna hate on
we witnessed
one
0-16.
season. Yeah.
You know, so 2 years or 3 years where they're like getting better, good.
I like Campbell.
You know,
too.
it's like I love.
it'd be
Dan
cool for
Campbell.
that city.
And I don't mind Jared Goff as a person. I think as a player, he's kind of.
Correct. I'm gonna go
His
with
wife is beautiful. Have you seen his wife?
Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the.
I would
model.
take.
Yeah, that's a different
Next.
conversation. well, let me finish. We got a certain amount of time here.
I keep forgetting Allie literally watches this.
Yeah.
And her mom. Oh god.
I'm going. This one's tough.
I
It's
love
between the
Allie. Don't worry,
Vikings,
I love
Eagles. I fucking hate the Vikings. They're last.
Yeah. Fuck the Vikings.
And then it's the Eagles. Eagles fans are annoying. I don't really have as much issue with the players. Some of them are kind of scummy, like CJ Gardner.
fans
Johnson.
suck. Coach sucks.
And I hate the coach.
Yeah.
That's what bugs me. That's the rooting rankings. So if you don't know who to root for,
I
that's
want.
who to root for.
I would put maybe the Lions a little higher, maybe above the Rams.
Yeah, it gets in a tough
but
situation there.
yeah, I mean the other ones are just like I don't really care.
Yes.
I'm in the same spot. I don't really care about the Commanders or the Bucks, but I do care about not wanting the other ones, so that's why
Correct.
they go above
Yes.
them. Yeah.
So now we're going to finish with keeping our tits dry, and we're going to go...
I didn't know what this was. You put this on there. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean?
I put that on there because I wanted to remember the saying because I watched Zombieland Double Tap, and he goes, keep your tits dry. I couldn't remember it, so I was making this during the movie.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell are you talking about here.
Nut up or shut up. It's his new saying.
I did literally watch
He
that.
says
the other day,
another
too.
one though, and it's just so fucking funny.
Say it.
I forgot it. I can't
Oh.
remember. So we're gonna do the whole bracket. We're doing our final predictions now that we know the teams,
Okay.
including picks this week.
Okay.
So, starting off with Saturday. Chargers 2.5-point road favorites at the Houston Texans. Quick insight on the game. I think it'll be a close one. Houston always gets that first playoff game because no one gives a fuck about that team, I guess. I'm taking the Los Angeles Chargers.
Me too. I think Harbaugh's worked too hard.
Yeah, Herbert's time to shine.
They're healthier too. Like, who the fuck is Stroud throwing
Next, Prime Video.
to? Hopefully it's a good game.
Ravens 9.5 at home against the Steelers. They split the season series. If Russ doesn't throw a pick and fumble at the goal line, that's a different game in Baltimore. I think it'll be. Are you
damn it.
kidding me? What the fuck was that? You like that thing? That fucking sea monster. It's Jesus. I'm going Ravens, but I think it's closer than 10 points. I could see them scoring like a touchdown at the end to make
it's
it
a
10.
division game. Like, we
Yes.
can't forget that
But
these teams. This will be the third time
like
they
we
play.
talked about. I don't believe in.
Tomlin. Yeah, and the Ravens are just too good.
Correct.
They're too good, but they'll lose later on.
Correct.
Like, that's their MO. They'll get to the fucking championship game and then lose or something.
Yes.
So I still think they'll beat them.
Broncos.
I got Ravens
on the road Sunday at noon. 8.5-point favorites at Buffalo. I'm going Buffalo.
8.5-point favorites at Buffalo.
Buffalo's 8.5-point favorites at Buffalo.
You said Broncos on the road, 8.5-point favorites
Oh,
at
sorry.
Buffalo.
Buffalo's 8.5-point
I was like, there's
favorites
no
at
way.
home. Broncos are on the road.
Yeah,
Bills.
I mean, yeah, it's
Yes.
the Bills.
Next is our game. Packers on the road
So
at
one upset.
Philly. 4.5-point favorites are the Eagles.
Which is crazy to me that's even that close.
Go ahead, make your pick.
I like the
Last
Eagles.
year I picked Dallas, by the way. Oh, I did not pick Dallas. I picked the Packers.
I think I did too.
You did not. I watched
fuck.
the tape.
Well, good. I hope I'm right again or wrong again. I'm picking the Eagles.
Me too.
I just don't have a good feeling. I think it'll be close, and I think we'll get.
I think
we'll
it'll
be
be it'll
one
be
play away, or we'll
exactly
be
like
like,
what it was last year,
ah,
or like this season.
and we'll be like, yeah, it really sucked
taking the
because we
Eagles.
were one play away, and who knows, we could have been on a run. It's like, no, we all know what would have happened.
We gotta execute. You know,
Yeah,
I'll put that on me.
It's just
Put that on me.
we're gonna fall short, and already it's gonna be against a good team.
Correct. Commanders, Buccaneers. Buccaneers at home. Sunday Night Football. 3-point favorites. Buccaneers are the favorites.
3.5.
3. So that's home field advantage.
This is one that's these next two are tight for me.
Yep.
We
We got limited time here, so roll on through.
How good is Washington's defense? You don't
It's
know.
okay. It's okay. It's nothing special.
Okay. I don't.
Points per game allowed is
know.
18th versus their 16th.
So it's pretty even.
Yards allowed is 13th versus Tampa Bay's 8th.
I think I'll take Tampa.
they played
just 'cause they're
at
at
week
home.
1 this year and they killed them.
Tampa did.
Yeah, but it's his first game.
Right.
Jade.
And that's the reason. He's a rookie. They shouldn't even be here. So for them to even win a game would be crazy. I think Tampa takes care of business, loses next week.
I'm gonna take the upset. I'm
It's
impressed
close.
with him.
It's close.
But I again would not be shocked if it went the other way. I'm
Right.
taking Commanders. Vikings at the Rams. Vikings are 1.5-point favorites on the road. So they would be 4.5 at home.
I think that's wild. I'm going Rams. all
I'm
day.
going Rams too because they already beat them, and I don't fucking trust Sam Darnold.
No.
They're frauds.
You
Vikings
telling
are
me
frauds.
McVay?
Yeah, they know how to get in that ass.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right. So we're moving on then. So looking at the bracket here. Do you have the bracket up? I don't have the bracket up.
Yeah.
So who would be next then?
They don't reseed, right? Or no, they do reseed.
Yes, you literally did that.
do this every year.
I know, you suck.
Because the NBA doesn't for some reason.
Okay, so in
right?
the AFC, we
Fucking
would have
dumb.
the Chargers versus the Chiefs, a divisional matchup
Chargers, Chiefs.
in the divisional round.
Chargers, Chiefs, Bills, Ravens.
Yeah, Christ.
Oh.
So who are you picking? We're going to go all the way through the AFC.
Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chiefs. Bills, Ravens at Buffalo. They killed them in Baltimore.
I like Buffalo.
Well, Christ. So this doesn't count
I
towards our.
believe-
This doesn't count towards our picks, like weekly.
No, these are
picks.
predictions.
This is just prediction. I would.
The ones we did, the first ones, those
It
count.
might change next week because I think this will be the matchup. I'm still taking the Baltimore Ravens.
I mean, it's going to be a great game.
Tony Romo said he's like matchup styles make fights.
So good.
Ravens Chiefs championship game.
Well, I have a different championship game.
Buffalo Chiefs championship game. I'll go first. I'm taking the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Lamar can get over that hump. That team chokes.
I think
Buffalo, if they lose
Lamar-
again, I would cry.
I think Lamar has a better chance. I think Lamar and the Ravens have a better chance than this is going to sound so stupid.
McDermott doesn't shit down his leg.
I'm going to pick Buffalo over Baltimore, but I think Baltimore would beat Kansas City.
Styles make fights. That's what that is. I think. But
Okay, is that stupid?
I'm reversed though. I think Buffalo has a
would beat
better
them.
chance to beat Kansas City.
Really?
Because to me, the Ravens' whole thing. What are we at? The Ravens' whole thing is punch you in the face, and we're big, and we're gonna move you. Nobody moves Kansas City. I don't know why, but nobody does. And their interior O-line is tough. Baltimore can do that to Buffalo because they did it to Buffalo. Buffalo's not big. They just get rocked. Buffalo has a quarterback that I think is better than Lamar and has been there, done that many times. You got to get over the hump.
Yeah.
That would be the issue. I don't know if they will. Who are you taking?
I got to go the Chiefs.
Oh, Christ. We hate the world. Okay, NFC. We would have... So I would have the 6 going to Detroit, and I would have Detroit winning in my NFC Championship game, and then I would have the Eagles versus the Rams. I would have the Eagles winning.
Okay.
So I would have Lions-Eagles in my championship game. For you, you would have the Rams going to Detroit.
And the Eagles playing.
And the Eagles would be
at
playing
home
the
to the
Bucks.
Bucks.
So
I got
repeat.
Eagles.
That's a legit repeat of last year at some point. So the Eagles lost to the Bucks last year in the playoffs in the
which
first
is
round.
Crazy.
And the Rams lost to the Lions in the playoffs in the first round last year.
I got Eagles and Lions
So
advancing.
same championship game as I do.
Yes.
We both have Eagles Lions. It's
Yes.
at Detroit. Who are you picking?
Eagles.
I am too.
They're just too talented.
So then it's a rematch of the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Right.
I think the defense of Detroit is really the problem against the Eagles this year when they don't have the people. But it's
Yep.
rematch.
Yep.
Eagles, Chiefs. Who you got?
I got the Eagles.
Oh, Christ. I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm sticking with it. It's so depressing. Why? I think they're better this year in the Super Bowl, though. Because I think their D-line's better with Carter and all those guys.
That's why I think
Saquon.
I think they're too talented
Saquon's
to
different.
let that happen. And it's so hard to three-peat. It's never been done.
That's why
I
it's
just
gonna
don't
happen.
think they can do it. Especially with this team.
They're like,
Man.
"Oh,
They've just
Patrick
fallen ass backwards on luck, and I cannot believe that it's going to happen.
Yep.
You know, they're going to go all the way and do it again. It's crazy.
And they lost one game all year. That's what it'll be because of Josh fucking Allen. Because we're not counting last week's. That was a joke.
No. Well,
Okay, that's the
We'll see,
prediction.
man.
We'll see. We have a couple. You picked. I picked Washington.
you picked Washington. That's the only difference.
Okay, so I could catch up, or I'm down 2. Ugh, gritty. Should we make each round worth like 2 and then 3 and then
No.
4 so I can catch?
It depends on where we're at.
Okay,
If
see you
I'm leading
later.
now. Yeah, Luna's revving up. I feel like we got to end this now or she's going to knock the fucking camera over.
She's keep your tits dry. See ya.